What if I told you that most people today are living in quiet defeat, not because they lack talent, not because they lack opportunity, but because they lack mental strength? We scroll, we compare, we envy, and then we wonder why we feel stuck, weak, or lost. We chase comfort, yet we feel exhausted. We avoid pain, yet we suffer daily. The truth is hard. Comfort is killing us slowly, while struggle, though harsh, holds the seed of real power. But here's the twist. The ancient Stoics knew this long before smartphones, social media, or self-help books. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That's not just a quote, that's a weapon, a mindset, a way to live in chaos and remain unshaken. Stoicism doesn't make life easy, it makes you unstoppable. In this video, we're diving deep into 8 brutal Stoic laws. Laws that will force you to level up mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Not inspirational fluff, real talk, real change. Each law is forged from raw Stoic truth, battle-tested in ancient Rome, and still painfully relevant today. Before we begin, I want you to do something for yourself. Don't just sit back and treat this like another motivational clip. This isn't background noise. This is your wake-up call. If you're serious about growth, like this video right now, drop a comment as we go through, especially when something hits hard. Share it with someone who needs this. And most importantly, don't skip a single part. Even one missed law could cost you clarity or courage in a moment that matters most. Let's begin. Law 1. Embrace discomfort like a friend. We've been taught to run from pain. The Stoics taught the opposite. Run toward it, eyes open. Think about your greatest moment of growth. Did it happen when you were comfortable, relaxed, and everything was easy? Or did it happen when life punched you in the face and you had to decide, rise or stay broken? Marcus Aurelius faced wars, betrayal, illness, and still led Rome with calm. He didn't avoid discomfort. He invited it to shape him. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. That's not poetic fluff. That's law. Every obstacle is a chance to sharpen your will. Every delay, a test of patience. Every rejection, a teacher of resilience. Modern life tells us, avoid pain. Stoicism whispers back, train for it. That cold shower, a test. That hard conversation, a path. That workout when you're exhausted, that's where your character is being carved. Seneca would sleep on the floor, eat plain food, wear old clothes. Not because he hated himself, but because he was training himself. Why? Because when life strips away comfort, you're not shocked, you're ready. Discomfort isn't your enemy, it's your mirror. It shows you who you really are and who you're becoming. Avoid small pain today and you'll face bigger pain tomorrow. But lean in, walk through the fire, and something powerful happens. You stop fearing it. And that's the beginning of freedom. From now on, see discomfort as your sparring partner. It might bruise you, but it's building you. Choose one discomfort today and do it. No debate, cold shower, honest talk, sit with silence. This is how warriors are forged. The only way to become unstoppable is to stop running. Law 2. Stop being owned by your emotions. How often do your emotions control your day? Someone insults you and you snap. Plans change and your mood collapses. You feel lazy, so you abandon your discipline. It's not just you, it's all of us. But here's the brutal truth. If you're ruled by your emotions, you're a slave to them. And slavery to emotion, the Stoics said, is worse than chains on your wrists. Epictetus, once a slave himself, said, "Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. They can anger you only when you permit yourself to be disturbed." Think about that. That stranger in traffic, you handed them your peace. That rude comment online, you gave away your joy. That breakup, you surrendered your identity. Stoicism doesn't say ignore emotions. It teaches you to observe them, to understand them, to respond instead of react. The difference between a child and a Stoic is simple. The child throws a tantrum. The Stoic sits in the storm and thinks. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." That's real control. The power to not be shaken by what doesn't deserve your energy. Brutal, yes, because it means no more excuses. No more, "he made me mad." No more, "she ruined my day." But it's also freedom, because you can choose differently. You can feel anger without acting in anger, fear without being paralyzed by it, sadness without drowning in it. That's emotional strength. That's Stoic freedom. When you stop being owned by emotions, you become clear, calm, magnetic. In today's chaotic world, that kind of stability is rare. It's powerful. It's unstoppable. Law 3. Stop expecting fairness. Life owes you nothing. Let that sink in. You'll work hard, and someone lazier will get the promotion. You'll love deeply, and they'll still leave. You'll do right, and still be punished. And the anger will rise. This isn't fair. But fairness is a story we created. It's not a rule of the universe. Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome, saw injustice daily. Did he crumble under it? No, he stood grounded in one truth. Life is not about fairness. Life is about strength. The average person waits for fairness. The Stoic doesn't wait. They build power within so strong that injustice can't break them. Fairness isn't promised. But freedom, through radical responsibility, is always an option. Law 4. Focus on what you can control. Let go of the rest. The Stoics taught that your true power lies in a very small circle. Your thoughts, your actions, your choices. Everything else out of your hands. Epictetus said, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. Yet most people obsess over outcomes, other people's opinions, the future, and then they wonder why they feel anxious, powerless, or bitter. You can't control the storm, but you can control the ship. That's why Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you live this truth, people notice. You become calm when others panic, grounded when others drift, strong when others fold. Not because you control everything, but because you control yourself. Law 5. Practice voluntary hardship. Build unbreakable will. In a world addicted to comfort, discipline becomes a superpower. The Stoics didn't wait for life to test them, they tested themselves. Seneca would fast, sleep on the ground, live simply, not to suffer, but to strengthen. Why? Because the one who is trained for hardship does not break when hardship comes. Today, most people never skip a meal, never sit in silence, never go without convenience. But when life gets hard, they collapse. The Stoic doesn't, because they've already trained for the fire. Voluntary hardship is your training ground. Cold showers, fasting, waking early, resisting luxury. These aren't punishments, they're preparation. Because comfort never made anyone strong. Struggle did. Law 6. Detach from outcomes. Love the process. We've been taught to obsess over results, money, status, recognition. But Stoicism flips the script. Detach from the outcome. Fall in love with the process. Because results are never guaranteed. Effort always is. Epictetus said, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things beyond our control. When you stop chasing outcomes, you stop living like a puppet. You stop being fragile. And ironically, you achieve more because you're grounded in the work, not the applause. Law 7. Remember death. Live urgently. Most people live like they'll live forever. They waste time, delay dreams, tolerate mediocrity. But the Stoics practice memento mori. Remember, you will die. Not to be grim, but to wake up. Marcus Aurelius wrote, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. This isn't fear, it's freedom. It means you stop wasting time, stop scrolling endlessly, stop waiting for someday, because someday may never come. Seneca warned, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. You can't control how long you live, but you can control how deeply you live. The Stoic stares death in the face and says, you will not catch me wasting my life. Law 8. Be a warrior for virtue, not approval. Most people live for likes, praise, and attention. The Stoic doesn't. Marcus Aurelius said, just that you do the right thing, the rest doesn't matter. Live with honor even when no one sees. Speak truth even when no one claps. Keep your word even when it costs you. That's virtue. That's unshakable strength. And here's the paradox. The moment you stop needing approval, you become the kind of person people respect anyway. Because in a world of performance, the Stoic is real. In a world of noise, the Stoic is still. In a world of fakes, the Stoic is genuine. If you've made it this far, it means something deep inside you is ready to evolve, to leave behind distraction, weakness, and emotional chaos, and step into something greater. Not perfection, but power. Not control over others, but mastery over yourself. That's the Stoic path. It doesn't offer you comfort, it offers you clarity. It offers you a life of meaning, even in chaos. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus. They didn't write for a world that was easy. They wrote for storms, betrayals, and struggle. They taught us that strength isn't in muscles or money. It's in discipline, clarity, and courage. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. You don't need anyone's approval. You just need to begin right now. Train your mind. Expect struggle. Detach from outcomes. Hold your principles. Live like your time is running out, because it is. And remember, you don't need applause. You don't need praise. You don't need anyone to understand you, because when you walk the Stoic path, you become unshakable from within. And that kind of strength, it's rare, it's real, and it's yours. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I am becoming unshakable day by day. Now, if this message resonated with you, if something inside you lit up, if you felt a spark of truth, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to the channel. Together, we're building a community of thinkers, warriors, and real ones who want to live with purpose. And remember, life will test you. Every struggle, every pain, every challenge is training. Don't run, don't hide. Keep showing up, keep choosing strength, keep walking the Stoic path. Because the world doesn't need more comfort seekers. It needs more warriors of virtue. It needs you.